This is one of the most heavily guarded custodial bases in the world. And yet, there's this thief, trying to steal $5 billion worth of gems. He's already in disguise. Until the camera closes in, you'll never guess where he is. Let's see how he did it. With a single motion of his hand, a black sweeper came out. Turn on the camera and adjust the angle. Because of the color overlap, without a closer look, you can't really notice. After emptying the sweeper and driving up, from the back of the 2 meters of iron rod, when the diamonds are clamped, a projection will appear. The $5 billion diamond was in his hands. Then he dressed up as an old man collecting garbage, carrying the diamonds on his back. He was about to leave, but he aroused the suspicion of FBL. He stopped him. FBL asked Dazen to take out his work license. At the same time, he pressed the switch. Blue liquid flowed out from the bottom of his feet. When FBL saw the ace of spades, Dazen fell into the sewer. Before FBL could react, he's long gone. On this day Dazen is at it again. The queen's thundering crown on the train. Oh, my god. Dazen leapt from 100 meters in the air. He slipped in disguised as the queen. When the real queen came by, stunned black guards went in to see. Only the ace of spades was left behind. At that moment, Dazen took off his hood. Dazen was about to leave in style. The 2 guards chased him out, and they hit Dazen with a bat. The speed of the bullets was really fast, at such a close distance. There are still small movements. It didn't take long to get rid of them all. Dazen thought it wasn't exciting enough. He played surfing on the concrete. You do not say. These surfboards are of good quality. I want one too. The guards in the car are also putting out a lot of output, but he couldn't hit them because of the aura of the protagonist, so he didn't have to gamble. God has had enough. He jumped and kicked the guards off the train. He's a top-notch thief. There's nothing he can't get his hands on. He can't be denied. And there's one beautiful girl who won't give in. He's going to catch it himself. It's a $10 billion Sangwoo. Once someone touches this infrared ray, the guards will also arrive at the scene within 2 seconds. The flute moves position. The nano sound waves on the back wall will also stun you. How can Oyama get his hands on such an impossible treasure? How can Oyama get it? He took out a coin without any fuss. He passed through the infrared rays. It triggered the alarm. The guards also arrived here at the first time. They surrounded Oyama and his men. Is this the end? No way. Dazen told his partner to go first. He picked up his flute. The guards were stunned. Dazen fell to the ground so he wouldn't be stunned. After his accomplice left, Datsun left behind the ace of spades, Datsun's unique symbol, but Boffer stopped him on his way out. At that moment, Oyama jumped out from the back. He kicked off FBL's gun. FBL almost fell too. At the same time, Kid arrived. He saw Oyama and the 2 of them jumped down perfectly. They escaped without a hitch. FBL vowed to catch Oyama. They escaped to a house. It turned out that their accomplice was a beautiful woman. Dazen's eyes were wide open. As the saying goes, a chivalrous woman can't resist a handsome man. It wasn't long before they fell in love with each other. But what Dazen never expected was, Damai was actually an undercover agent of FBL. Dashin had just arrived in Sanya. FBL followed him there. FBL underestimated Dashin. Dashin blatantly told FBL. Dashin told FBL where his next target was. When he got home, Dashin had already discovered Dame was sent by FBL. He wanted to play a game of life and death with Dame. Dazen found out that Damai was an undercover agent of FBL. To play a game of life and death with Omi, they had to end it. Dazen took out a right-handed pistol with his left hand. He loaded the gun. Without hesitation, he pulled the trigger. Dummy was lucky. It's Dame's turn. He hesitated to take the gun. Under Dazen's threat, Damai fired the gun anyway. Dummy was so scared, he lost his mind. Then the 3rd shot didn't go off. The 4th and 5th shots, until the 8th shot. So this is the bullet that Dazen tested Damai with. It wasn't even in the gun. Now Oyama can steal without fear. These 6 red coins are worth $300 billion. They're already in disguise. FBL has also set up an ambush here. Oyama took out a green bag and threw it on the ground. Several poisonous red spiders crawled out of the bag. Everyone was running around in panic. At that moment, FBL realized that the coin was gone. Only the ace of spades was left. FBL told the children to go out first. All the adults stayed behind to check. Unbeknownst to them, Dazen and the others pretended to be children and slipped out. FBL also used a helicopter. Soon Dazen entered the tunnel. He got away. That's it. This attack is impossible. 2 motorcycles came out of the helicopter. In no time at all, they caught up with Dazen. Dazen asked Omi to drive the motorcycle. Oyama let Omi drive the motorcycle, while he sat in the opposite direction and tried to take care of Boffer. FBL is also showing off his skills. His feet were on fire, until Dazen jumped from 10,000 meters on his motorcycle. He opened his parachute and tried to escape. FBL is also very desperate. He rolled up his sleeves and jumped down with him. By coincidence, he landed on Dazen's back. They fought right after they landed on the ground. You hit me with a punch. I kicked you. Neither one of them could stand up to the other, until another FBL appeared with Omi in his arms. Dazen saw that his beloved was captured. He stopped resisting. Suddenly Omi pulled out a gun. She fired 2 shots without blinking. She shot Dazen straight in the face. At that moment, Dazen's heart was mixed and he fell off the cliff. A year later, Dazen and Damai went into hiding. They opened their own restaurant. From then on, they lived a happy life without shame.